Okay, Friday, 9th of August, 2024. So Adrian's daily vlog, smart stuff men should know. Future Friday, plan and strategize. So recognize progress, recognize trends, recognize the march of humanity. That's both a statement and a command as an instruction. It seems to be that a lot of people tend to overlook, for all sorts of reasons why, overlook that the progress that mankind has made over the past 2,000 years, 1,000 years, 500 years, 100 years, 50 years, 10 years, you could even say 1 year, past 12 months, so to speak. The fact that on aggregate, as humanity and mankind is getting materially better off, materially well off, spiritually and societally and emotionally, a different question, but from a pure material standpoint, in a sense of quality and standard of living, is in aggregate getting better. That's worth understanding and worth recognizing, because every single day it's worth understanding that countless fields of studies, countless inventions, countless industries are getting that 1 centimeter or 1 inch or 1 foot better every single day. The world is marching onwards forever and ever. Mankind has been marching onwards in its life since dawn of mankind's time, since dawn of time, been marching onwards and upwards into a bigger, better world. A society that's different. Societies have always been different. They've always meandered. But from a purely material point of view, scientific, technological point of view, the march of mankind is incredibly clear. You look at any period of time, going back on a rolling 10, 20, 50, 100 year basis, mankind's only gone that way, only improved. On aggregate, yeah, there was ups and downs, and it would have been slow and flatlined, generally speaking, but on the aggregate, I always say, when in doubt, zoom out. This march of mankind has only gone one way, up and to the right, as some people would say, but it's gone better. It has gotten better. It's improved over time. That's powerful, worth recognizing that. So that is cause for optimism, in a sense of recognizing that no matter what may be happening today, at this particular moment in time, that on the grand scheme of things are getting better. Yes, of course, issues and dilemmas and trilemmas and whatever else here and there, things to consider. That's the state of life. That's the state of mankind. That's the state of human culture. And tension or this or disputes, whatever else. Fine. But that's always been the case. You really think 1,000 years ago or 500 years ago or 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, humans were more peaceful? No. That level of violence and aggression and tension and mistrust and who knows what else has always been there. It's in here, in our different minds, reptilian mind, mammal mind and the human mind, but also in the heart and soul. It's just who we are. Also, I got this working theory that violence is the most direct, easiest form of communication people can understand. Incentives and persuasion work, but violence works much easier and much faster. It's the path of least resistance to getting people to doing what you want to do. Do this or else. Very straightforward. I think it's that. But that's just a working theory. It's something I'm kind of pondering and thinking about a little more. But on the aggregate, overall, it's worth understanding that mankind's moving upwards in life, no matter what's happening here or there. And that's always been the case. 500 years ago, 100 years ago, I did a video about this, how to predict the future, some 3 interesting ways to predict the future. And it seems to be that on a rolling 15 and 30 year basis, things are different, and in 30 year, things are night and day, completely different. And what seems funny or ridiculous now, or laughable today, will probably be normal in the future. Interestingly, someone commented recently that had you told me X, this thing, had you told me Y had been talked about in the year or decade Z, you would have laughed at them. There we are. Now, it's not to say that's going to happen exactly, but it's in the realms of possibility that everyone tends to say that, oh, had you told me this, I would have laughed. Well, then what's funny today, what's ridiculous today, then, hey, there's cause for concern, cause for it's believable then that could be a thing in 15, 30 years from now. That's worth understanding and recognizing. And mankind's always moving upwards. It makes sense. You always want to have better things, better your life, have more, be more. Makes sense. And then you apply that to 8 or so billion people. They all want more, they want to be more, they want to have more. What do you think is going to happen? People are going to push and create and build and discover and achieve more things. Therefore, more stuff will come into existence. I think in the future, you know how we say, I don't know how people manage to survive without social media. We would say that today. 30 years from now, people will be saying, I don't know how people in 2024 survived without this thing. That's taken for granted in 30 years from now. Yeah, very powerful. And that technology, that concept will come about over time. So mankind's always on an upwards trajectory. Yeah, there's going to be ups and downs in the short term, in the medium term, on the 1 year chart, or the 6 month chart, or the 1 month chart, or the daily chart. Yeah, there's going to be problems here and there. But on the grand scheme of things, the big picture, long-term vision, yeah. I did a video about this as well back in December 2023. Always keep the big picture in mind. Powerful stuff. And when you have that, you go onwards and upwards in life. Powerful stuff. Powerful in a sense of understanding the direction of life, of mankind. Things might be troubling here and there, and this and that could have problems. But in the grand scheme of things get better. Which is ultimately cause for optimism as well. Things get better. Material possessions get better. Inventions, tools, equipment. Powerful stuff. More labour-saving devices emerge. Amazing. It really, really is amazing. Yeah. And then you could say, when you really think about it, you could say that every single day, mankind is entering a new peak of civilization. It's quite possible. Or you could say, well, maybe it was this time, and then in the future, X number of years ago, then X number of years in the future, it's taken a slight dip, so it's going to go up. There was a peak and then gone down a bit, then back up again. This is over 100, 200 year chart, so you never know. Things like that. The trend is increasingly obvious. So really it's a case for optimism. Things get better. And again, you really think people were more peaceful or polite or less violent 1,000 years ago? No. Today is generally much better. In aggregate, taking everything into account, the average, the mean, everything today is better than, say, 10, 50, 100 years ago. In aggregate, the standard of living, the quality of life, more products, more cheaper things, more stuff, more available goods, more kind of thing and foods to eat, ways to travel, places to travel to, ways to live, and you name it, technology to do stuff, technology to distribute and create stuff. Powerful. Yeah, the minutiae, the technical things, but on the grand scheme, it's gotten better. That's powerful. Yeah, so understand the future. Things generally get better. Yeah, how cool is that? But otherwise, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. You will see me tomorrow.